Good morning. This is Talktolife. Early morning unlimited inspiration with Rotimi Adedokun. Today is July 11th in this great year of 2020. Wonderful month of July. I welcome you to this wonderful unlimited inspiration time with Rotimi Adedokun. So I hope you guys have a great night. Still about to sleep. This is 11 minutes to 1 a.m. in Central Time, United States. Today is going to be a great day. So I want somebody to tell somebody, let somebody tell somebody that Rotimi Adedokun is here on Talk to Life. Wherever you are around the world, are you in Dubai, Europe, or any part of the world, I just want you to know that everything is possible if you are positive and you are designed for royalty. You cannot afford to settle for less. But much more, you have to take action. Today, July 11th, the year 2020, and this is the platform of Talk to Life where I help you to see the things God has provided and the things that you need to do. And when the provision mixed with responsibility, you will not just desire anything, you will deserve it. So thank you and thank you and thank you. Are you on YouTube? Connect with me on Instagram. Are you on Instagram? Connect with me on Facebook. Wherever you are around the world, you can catch me on these three platforms, but you can only hear my voice in two and see my face in other. I'm talking about Facebook and YouTube. You can only hear my voice, but you can see my face right now, right here on Instagram. Thank you for my good friend that is online and every other person I celebrate to. Let's take a short break, and when we come back, it's going to be another wonderful day today. Remember, this is Talk to Life, early morning unlimited inspiration with Rotimi Adedokun. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Welcome, everybody. This is Talk to Life. Early morning unlimited inspiration with Rotimi Adedokun. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining. And saw a lot of people adding us up on Instagram, which is very good. Before we start this morning and before we pray, I would need some feedback. What do you guys have been thinking of the program? I know some of us have just joining earlier this month. Some started last month, and some even started getting cared about it this week. So wherever you meet us, it doesn't matter. I just want to hear about your feedback. What do you think? Has this program been a blessing to you? Have you been blessed? I want to hear your feedback. I see the consistency of my friend doing Mrs. Adebowale. Yes. And my TV, I know maybe he or she, I don't know, maybe it's your gender, maybe you're from Europe too, I'm very sure. And every other person that are connected today is going to be another powerful, but powerful time in learning from ourselves and learning at the feet of the Lord. But much more, I want to hear your feedback. Has this program ever blessed you in any way? Maybe any of the topic, I was sharing with my wife today. Today is the 42nd day that we have been consistently coming online every day. Trying to motivate and to get people to do the right thing. So if this program has blessed you in any way, please, I want you to know your contribution. I want you to please tell me, hey, I listened to this topic and that has helped me to make this decision in form of just, what I call it, testimony. I just want to know your feedback. So what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? I'm going to give us 1 minute, 2 minutes to be able to compose our text. hey, Rotimi, thank you. I listened to this message this also day, and that has made me to make this decision, and everything is working right now. So I want you to please send your feedback right now. Let me know what you think as we come back to start of this program today. Welcome back. This is Talktolife, early morning unlimited inspiration with Rotimi Adedokun here. I'm happy to see the things God has made provision for and what you need to do. I call it responsibility. And when responsibility mixed with provision, life is not just what you desire, but much more what you deserve. You deserve it because it must be done to you for a testimony. Today, July 11th in the year 2020, I'll be sharing with us on the subject that is important to everybody to know. I call it action. Action, yes. I know somebody's saying, Rotimi, where are you getting all this word from? Just one word and you explain it. Let me tell you something. Life is not about where are you getting it from. Life is much more about are you called to do it. Yesterday, I talked about fear, F-E-A-R. 2 days ago, I talked about fight. A day before that, consistency. Day before that, prayer, lead on the 6th of July. On the 5th, it was about definition. Number 4, July 4th, it was about pursue. July 3rd, it was about work. July 2nd is about improvement. And July 1st is about positioning. So today, July 11th, I'm going to be sharing with you on the subject of action. 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 What happens if you don't take action? Will anything ever happen if you take action? Whatever it is, let's listen to it. The first thing I want you to know is that if you don't understand the word of God, it's going to be difficult for you to understand life. So the word of God is the yardstick that determines or the measurement value that makes you to know either you understand life or not. In Genesis chapter 12 verse 1, go and read most of the version, like 99.9% of the version use the same word. What did they say? It said, now the Lord had said. The Lord had said. The Lord had said. So the event that happened in Genesis 12 was not the first time that God had been speaking to Abraham that Abraham should leave his father's house to the land that is going to show him. So Abraham did not have the capacity to take action, to move and to leave his parent behind. I come to tell you today, if you don't take action, you might likely end like your parent. And somebody said that my parents are good. No. I mean, if you don't take action, you might not surpass them. Somebody said, yes, if I don't surpass them, it's still good because they are billionaires. Okay, this is what I mean. I mean, if you don't take action, you might end up like them. Okay. Wow, I love that. So I won't mention name, but somebody said, I don't want to mention name. She said I should not laugh. That it's for me to buy less of Ashwebi for party. and also to think beyond my salary, to create service for people, demand to increase income. Yeah, I love that. So somebody said, okay, I'll be able to motivate her, to inspire her to stop buying too much Ashwebi, and create another a chain of income, and to be able to, create service for people. I love that. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Please, I'm expecting you. Are you on YouTube? You want to share how our motivation, early morning inspiration, talk to life has been able to be a blessing to you? Please share. So what I'm talking about today is talk about action. Everything. Why I said I want to hear your feedback is simple. There is nothing in doing nothing. That's the first thing I want you to know today. Nothing in doing nothing. No matter if God speaks to you in 18 hours vision like Bishop David Adedokun, if God tells you, go and teach my people faith like Kenneth Hagin, if God said, hey, go and show people how to be prosperous like Kenneth Copeland, and if God said, hey, go and heal your generation like Oral Roberts, if you refuse to take action, your dreams, your passion, nothing will see the light of the day. Right now, I've said it a million times, and I'm going to say it again. Do you know you can start a YouTube channel, and all you could do is just to teach young girls how to make decisions in relationship? Just teaching young girls. You can start a YouTube channel and just taking young boys on how to live a profitable life. Everything that you hear that you do nothing about will never profit you. Let's go back to where I started from. God has been telling Abraham to leave. The Lord had said, not the Lord was saying. God has been talking to Abraham a long time ago, leave your father, leave your father. I want to start something better, bigger, greater in your hand. But he does not have the capacity. Until Abraham moved, a lot of people read Genesis chapter 12, verse 1 to 3, but they did not pay attention to verse 4. The Bible said, Abraham departed. Remove action from motivation, it becomes frustration. Remove action from inspiration, it becomes devastation. And put action to littleness, it becomes greatness. I'm telling you today, there is nothing in doing nothing. You can listen to me forever, every day for 100 days. If you don't sit down to plan and launch, nothing will happen. Even God cannot help you. The Bible said in Genesis chapter 1, verse 1 to 3, in the beginning, the heaven was without form and void, darkness on the face of the deep, and the Spirit was moving. Holy Spirit was at work. As you're hearing this word right now, the Spirit enters into me when He speaks to me and sets me on my feet. No matter what you hear right now, the Spirit is inside of you. But until God speaks, Holy Spirit was useless. So the Spirit of God can never help you if you are not ready for action. What is action? Action is the mother of all miracles. That's the first thing I want to know today. You're supposed to start this is how I put it. You should do it, you can do it, but you don't do it, that is failure. You can do it, you want to do it, but you postpone it, that is mediocre. But you can do it, you will do it, and you got it done. That is success. Whatsoever you cannot do can never profit you. Profit is equivalent to action. Profit is equivalent to action. I don't know where you are hearing me from right now. You're supposed to give your life to Christ. You will give your life to Christ, but you don't. I'm telling you right now, if you die today, like I said yesterday, I promise you where you're going to go. I'm not God. But God said, if you do not accept Jesus as your Lord and personal Savior, no matter how you go to church, Bible never said as many that are in church. It said for as many that are in Christ. Until you are in Christ, heaven is not guaranteed. And until you take action, greatness is not promised. So I'm going to talk to you today about action. It takes action to be on motion, and it takes action to what? To get decision. Until your motion, you can never go to decision. There are many things I've got done in my life I never knew. So I was discussing with my wife this evening, and I said, baby, do you know today is the 42nd day? She said, really? I said, yes. What if I don't start? About few people that are hanging here and there right now, you might not. So many people, more people have been connected to me today by the reason of taking this action. I pray every day, study every day, write every day, coordinating so many things every day, and yet I still show up every day. Action is the mother of all miracles. I want you to think about it. You have heard enough, but without action, your life can never see decoration. I will say that again. Without action, your life will never see decoration. Without action, your life will never see decoration. Without action, your life will never see decoration. Today is going to be tough. Today is going to be on fire, because I want you to get you off your seat and go and make it happen. Start that YouTube channel. Start that Facebook group. Start that Facebook page. Register that business. Start it. Enough of hearing. Take action. Take action. This is Talk to Life. Early morning unlimited inspiration with Rotimi Adedokun. Welcome back. This is Talk to Life, early morning unlimited inspiration with Rotimi Adedokun. Here, I'm happy to see the things God has provided for you, and I'm happy to see the things that you need to do to take ownership of the things God has made available for you. And when responsibility meets with provision, life will not just be what you desire. Life will be what you deserve. So you don't apologize when you become success, because you have paid the price. I started today, July 11th, the year 2020, on the subject of action. And I've told you today, before today, I shared with you on the subject of fear. That was yesterday. America will call it fee. However you call it, this is spelled the same way. F-E-A-R. Either fee or fear. The question is fear. And I said yesterday, if you are afraid of men, it's because you are not fearful of God. If you are fearful of God, you can't be afraid of men. 2 days ago, I talked about fight. That was on the night. The day before then, I talked about consistency. The day before then, prayer. The day before then, I said you should leadership. The day before then, I talked about definition. The day before then, on the 4th of July, I talked about pursue. The day before then, I talked about work. That's July 3rd. On the 2nd, I talked about improvement. And on the 1st of July, I talked about positioning. Today, I'm on the subject of action. The first 10 days of this month will never be useful if you try to boycott, if you try to neglect, and you think everything will happen to you sitting down. It is no more in news that those who wait will waste. It is no more in news that greatness can never drop on your lap. You got to go run after it. When I was in Nigeria, the Lord painted a picture to me that as Santa Claus brings gifts, so success is so bringing gifts so heavy. Those who can sight him from afar can run to him and take their best. we get the best of life. So I come to tell you today that the first thing you need to know, that action is the mother of all miracles. The Lord told me a long time ago, he said, Rotimi, he said, if you don't know what to do, your enemy will win. He said, if you know what to do and you don't do it, your enemy will still win. The only thing that will make you to win your enemy or your competitor is to know what to do and you do it. So the question is today, this morning, you have a journal, you have written everything. The idea has become 10 years on your table. Nothing. You said you want to leave your job to start your own business. Nothing. You said you want to start coaching little girls on how to behave themselves. Nothing was done. YouTube is free. You don't need to pay money to get it done. Facebook page is free. You don't need to pay money to get it done. You can start your own podcast. It's free just like this. You don't need to pay money to get it done. Do you know what procrastination does? It enslaves. I want it all, please. Procrastination enslaves. You can keep talking about it until you are 50. Keep talking about it until you are 60. I've said it before. What you don't do on 20 can never reward you at 40. What you don't do at 30 can never reward you at 60. The best time to get it done is now. Martin Luther King Jr. said, he said, if you are waiting for a right time, it will never come. He said, if something drops in your mind and you don't do it, he said, time himself will become enemy to you. Think, and think. God tested Abraham 3 times, and all the 3 times he moved. Genesis 12, 1 to 3. By the time you get to verse 4, a lot of people don't read that part. The Bible said Abraham departed. Somebody say action. Action. In Genesis 17, the Lord said, hey, circumcise every male child in your house. Verse 12. And in verse 23, as the Lord departed, Abraham took everybody, circumcised them. In Genesis chapter 12, 22, verse 1 to 2, God demanded his only son that he loves. In verse 3, very early in the morning, Abraham departed. You can never see anything done unless you are there to make it happen. I'm just telling you the secret today. Keep postponing and you keep getting old. One day after God has helped Bishop Adedokun, a man came to him and said, Bishop says, how can I be of help to you? He said, sir, he said, 18 years ago that the Lord called you, the Lord called me too. Bishop told the man, he said, don't worry about it, God has called somebody else. Think about it. Bishop said, no, don't worry, God has called somebody else. God doesn't have that time. And I'm going to be sharing some things with you today. God doesn't have that time. Because Abraham passed the text of Genesis 12, 1 to 3. Because he passed the text of Genesis 17, 12 to 23. When he passed the text of Genesis 22, 1 to 2. When he got to Genesis chapter 22, verse 16. Look at what God said. He said, by myself have I sworn, says the Lord, that because you have done this thing. Underline those phrases. Because you have done these things. Life is about 2 things. For you to see success, you must know the demand and you must know the equivalent action. Demand and action. Demand and action. Sometimes your boss will tell you, hey, can you just wait 1 hour every day? And you say you are tired. You have lost your promotion. It's so simple. It's simple. If you are not ready to hurt, you will never get the best of life. If you are not ready to hurt, you can never get the best of life. In Hebrews chapter 11 verse 7, the Bible says, by faith Noah, having been warned of this thing, he moved with fear. Action. God warned him, the demand. He moved. Action. Until action meets with demand, success is not in view. Until action meets with demand, success is not in view. Until your action meets with demand, success is not in view. Until action meets with demand, I will say it until it clicks. There's something you have to write and post it. When I first got to US, we were believing God for $10,000. I wrote it on the word. We met it. We believe in God for $20,000. I met it. Believing God for $30,000. We met it. Now we've raised something very dangerous again, and God can do it. What you don't see every day might be difficult for God to do for you someday. I want it all, please. What you don't do what you don't see every day, I beg your pardon. What you don't see every day might be too difficult for God to do for you someday. There is power in sight. It's not just as a man thinking. Sometimes as a man see it. Go and check the office of Bishop Adedokun. Go and check the office of Pastor Ibiome. Go and check the office of Pastor Eneche. There is power in what you see. Capture it. Perceive it. Then you will become it. Capture it. Perceive it. Then you become it. Life is a function of action. Do something. Do something. Noah was moved. Look at verse 30 of Hebrews 11. Hebrews 11. The Bible said, by faith, the word of Jericho fell after. A lot of people don't pay, I'm not saying I'm a Bible scholar, but I have Master of Divinity. I'm not saying I know the Bible, but the Lord give me understand. Anytime I can open the Bible, God show me something that is hidden there. He said the word fell, not because God said so, but after. There is what to do for you to see what you want to see. There is what to do. There is what to do. There is what to do. This let me make you smile a little bit. Do you know two things happen wherever Jesus Christ go or went and with Paul? Anywhere Jesus and Paul went, something happened. It's either there is miracle or there is riot. It's either there is miracle or there is riot. But do you know what Luke that documented the book of Acts? Luke happened to be a doctor. He was a traveling doctor of Paul. He followed Paul with his profession. And Luke documented, because of his education background, he documented everything. He was one that wrote the book of Acts and wrote the book of Luke. Luke is not a direct disciple of Jesus, but he was a follower of Paul. He supported Paul's ministry. And he said, Acts chapter 19, verse 15, he said, Jesus I know, Paul I know. Because anywhere the boat went to, what happened? Is it that there is miracle or there is what? There is riot. The question is, where do you go? What happened? What happened when you go? You come back, you get there quietly, and you leave quietly. Let me tell you something. If people don't like you or hate you in some place, that means you are a normal person. And we don't live in the world of normal. This world is abnormal. Do you know when Amazon started, it came with voracious, unstoppable, untamed move. Walmart could not stop Amazon now. Go and check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. Action is the mother of all miracle. Of all miracle. Acts chapter 10 verse 38. The Bible says how God baptized Jesus with Holy Ghost and power. He went out doing good. He went around doing good. Doing good. Until you go out to make something happen, nothing will happen to you. You have to go out. You have to go out. This is what they have to say about Paul. Paul said, from my mother's womb, that the Lord God called me. He said, he revealed his son to me that I might preach among the Gentiles. He said, immediately, I respond and was not consult with anytime you are thinking what human being will say, you have lost it. Those who say, anybody who knows me, my wife knows. When I can hear God, I learned that from Bishop. When I can hear God, any other thing becomes secondary. I will just go like a wild wind. So today, I want you to think about it. If you're still procrastinating living the way you are living right now, what will happen to you by December 2020? Don't ever come on this or send me text that is about COVID. Inside this COVID, many millionaires has been birthed. Inside this COVID, many people has made a lot of money. The stock market of the United States still going up. That means some people that invested when the market was down earlier this year has made over 20% of their money. I want you to think about it. It's the same word, but there are some lazy people. Talk to life. Welcome back. This is Talk to Life, early money unlimited inspiration with Rotimi Adedokun. Here, I help you to see the things God has made provision for, and your responsibility to take ownership of those things. And when the responsibility makes with provision, you will not just desire life, rather you will deserve it. I started today on July 11th, year 2020. The things you need to know about definition, and let me give you the acronyms of action. Action. 1, acquire knowledge. Every knowledge without action will lead into frustration. Number 2, be committed to life. Acquire commitment. Be committed to life. Possess the mentality of a businessman. Don't you know I have to be about my father's business? Jesus Christ said to his parents, earthly parent. Do you take your family as business? What about your children? What about your work? What about your life? What about you stop now today and call the lawyer and get your business registered? Start doing it online. You don't need money again to do business. Let all your friends give you. I've told you before, look for 100 people that can be giving you $100 every month. Oh, it's too much. Look for 100 people that can be giving you $100 every 3 months. No, it's too much. Look for 100 people that can be giving you $50 every 3 months. Start from there. No, it's too much. Look for 100 people that can be giving you $20 every 3 months. Just what can you do that people can pay? Be committed to life. Number 3, target progress. Target progress. Target progress. Don't ever be on the same spot. If people leave you on the spot and they come back to meet you on the same spot, that means you are fired. Life is about process, progress, and promotion. I've said it before. Go and check my video, The 10 Spirit That Rules the World. So action, commitment, target progress, improve daily. Give us this day our daily bread. Manna cannot go over to the next day. Manna is daily. Let your idea be daily. Be daily. Be daily. 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 Daily in sitting down to plan. Daily in sitting down to see how you can love your wife more, how you can love your husband more. I mean daily on how you can improve yourself. I've said it before. What you do Monday to Friday is employment. What you do on Saturday is your deployment. And if you are smart enough, one day your deployment should remove your employment and let your deployment give other people employment. You will never know how far you can go if you can start. You will never know. You will never know the people that will need your service if you can start. You will never know how far the people you are depriving to get employment under you if you can start. Now, we employ some people doing some graphics for us, employ some people doing videos for us. We employ some people writing because we are doing a lot of writing, we can't catch up with it. You will never know. It looks like it's not going to work at the beginning, but keep at it. Keep at it. Keep at it. So acquire knowledge, commit to life, target progress, improve daily, oppose your competitor. No matter if Nehemiah have said yes to Sanballat and Tobias, it will never build that wall. It will never build that wall. So today I come to tell you this. Stand in the gap. Don't allow your opposition to run you down. Say, no, you can be studying other people. You can't stop me. Oppose your competitor, your enemies. Oppose them. And end stand for never quit. That is the way I put action. I want you to think about it. Acquire knowledge, commit to life, target progress, improve daily, oppose your competitor, and never quit. Talk to life. Welcome back. This is Talk to Life, early morning unlimited inspiration with Rotimi Adedokun. Talk to life, talk to life, talk to life. Let me tell you one secret. Life is as much as you can or as little as you cannot. Life is as much as you can or as little as you cannot. If you like, sit around, cross-legged, do nothing. Maybe you have not stumbled on the scripture, Amos chapter 6, verse 1. The Bible says, woe unto them that are ease. Don't worry, I'm going to do it. Easiness. Easiness. No, don't worry, I will do it. No, I will do it. No, I will do it. No, I will do it. No. Bible said in Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1, now faith. If you are a believer, everything you want to do that God has commanded you is now. Start that food. You can sit in your house and be cooking African meat and be putting on Instagram. Immediately people will be hungry. Put your number there, they will call you. You now wait that your husband will come and help you. Or your wife will come and help you. Wait that somebody will help you to do it. Everything that I did today is by myself. You know, YouTube is flooded with all kind of information. All kind of information. To learn everything that you can. Don't tell me right now that you don't have what it is. Everything is online. Free books, free training, free ways. You can't tell me that you don't have what it is. So life is as much as you can or as little as you cannot. If you don't want to do anything, you have nothing. But if you want to do something, you have everything that you want to. Think about it. Talk to life. I've said it before, time without number, salary or monthly pay is simply something always low and reducing yield. It will never be enough. Your CEO never talk about salary. They talk about profit. Profit is always above pay. So if you are working for people, they put you on salary $11 an hour, $12 an hour, $15 an hour, $20 an hour. I don't care what your profession is. Call yourself, you are a doctor, you are a nurse, you are a this, you are that. If you live your life on salary, you can never be rich. Well, maybe you work for 30 years, 40 years and you invest good. But we are talking about as you go. As you go. I checked the age of Mark Zuckerberg today. He was born in 1984. You will never know. I wanted to take action. Action thinks profit. How many people can I help? How many people can benefit from me? How many people can benefit from what I'm doing? God has not called you to be part of the problem. God has given you responsibility to create the solution. Let me give you today three mysteries of action. Three mysteries of action. One, you remember in John chapter 2, the first miracle that Jesus Christ did. In verse 5, the mother of Jesus told them, he said, whatever he tells you to do, do it. And in verse 7, Jesus Christ said, fill the water pot with water. You know, at the beginning of this teaching, I told you about demand. Until life places demand on you, life has been placing demand on you. Until you respond to that demand, you can never seek success. Jesus Christ told them, he said, fill the water pot with water. And they responded, action. And they filled them up to the brim. Did you see that? Fill the water pot with water. And they did. Until they did what Jesus commanded, the water will never turn to wine. And that is one. Number two, they just draw the water and go and give it to the master of ceremony. On the go. That's where I'm going to. That's where the law of action. On the go. Nothing happens sitting down. Everything happened on the go. Nothing happens sitting down. Today, I'm going to put fire all around you to get you up. Don't let your Saturday to be a time of watching movie and thinking you have time. There is nothing that you have time. What you're actually doing is that you are wasting time. Fill the water pot with water, they feed it to the brain. They responded to the demand. Draw some out, take it to the master of the feast. As they took it to give it, and the water turned. Did you see that? And the most funny thing out of it is the water did not turn to wine in the hand of Jesus. What that means, there are some things God will never do for you. You can fast, you can pray forever. Bishop Adedokun have let us to know that there is nothing in prayer and fasting. There's no how you can fast and pray that have to do with financial prosperity. He said it is taught. Go and check any of our video. Financial prosperity, it is a thought. It is taught. They have to teach you. That's what I mean. The water did not turn to wine in the hand of Jesus. It turned to wine in the hand of the disciples. In the hands of the disciples. So what I'm going to tell you today, right now, miracle is in your hand when you start your own business. Every water will turn to wine, but you have to be on the go. 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 The law of action states that the corresponding response to the demand of the hour is the mother of all result. The corresponding response, the corresponding of the demand of the hour is the mother of all result. What is needed? What can I do? What can I do? What can I do better? What can I do better? What can I do more and more? That is the law of demand. I want you to think about it. The water becomes wine. Why? On the go. 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 Action is, nobody can act for you. Prayer can never act for you. Prayer empowers you to go and get things done. So I come to tell you today, do you want your water to turn to wine? Whatever it tells you to do, do it. This is Talk to Life. Early morning unlimited inspiration with Rotimi Adedokun. This is Talk to Life, early morning unlimited inspiration with Rotimi Adedokun. Like I said, the mystery of on the go, 3 mysteries of on the go. I just shared one with you. As I said before we round up, I said the miracle of the wine does not happen at the command of Jesus, but at the obedience of the disciples. Are you ready to add the may? Are you ready to take a step today, a step of faith? Just do it. Maybe one day I'm going to buy a designer called what I call it, Nike. I love Nike so much. I've never had any of their brand, but I still love it. Why? Because of just do it. Don't talk about it, just do it. Don't talk about it, just do it. Don't talk about it, just do it. Number 2, the second mystery of on the go. Remember in John chapter 6, when Jesus Christ fed 5,000. After the 5 loaves and 2 fishes, Jesus Christ blessed it and gave it to the disciples. These disciples, the miracle happened not at the blessing of Jesus, but when it got to the end of the disciples, everything started multiplying. Did you see that? So the second question I've come to ask you today is that, do you want your 5 loaves and 2 fishes to multiply? On the go, on the go, on the go. Jesus gave it to the disciples, and the disciples gave it to those who sat down. The disciples gave it to those who sat down. You will never know many things that you can do until you just start by faith. Without faith, it is impossible. Anytime you don't go, you don't act on what you have heard, you are telling God that those words are not for you. So I come to tell you this morning is that you have to act. 5 loaves and 2 fishes did not multiply at the breaking or prayer of Jesus, but at the distribution of the disciple. Did you see that? Many times your pastor has prayed for you. You have sown seed. You have served God, but you are doing nothing. You know, there is nothing in doing nothing. I will say it until it clicks. Sit down there, cross your leg. Remember Amos 6 verse 1. Sit down there, cross your leg. Nothing happen. You can fast and pray for 100 days. Nothing will happen. Life only happen to those who are on the go, on the go, on the go, on the go, on the go. Number 3. Remember number 1? Water turns to wine in the hand of the disciples. 5 loaves and 2 fishes fed 5,000 men, not in the hand of Jesus, but at the distribution of the disciples. And number 3, you remember the lepers at the gate in 2 Kings chapter 7 verse 3 to 7. He said, now 4 leprous men at the entrance of the gate. They said to one another, why are we sitting here until we die? Did you see that? The opposite of action is not inaction, it is death. I want somebody to write it, please. Please, if you are listening to this, it is tough, but I want you to write it. The opposite of action is not inaction, it is death. Simple. If you are not growing, nothing is happening, you are dying without knowing. Law of diminishing return will set in. So don't tell me, okay, I'm working, making. How much do you save in your paycheck? That's how it shows you how you are doing monthly. The opposite of action is not inaction, it is death. He said, why do we sit here? What? Until we die. And they enter into that city. And let me tell you something. Anytime you stand up to act, you have committed God to action. Anytime you stand up to act, you have committed God to action. There are things that you can do, God will never do for you. God will never part the Red Sea until Moses stretches his staff. God will never allow the rod that turned to serpent to swallow the rod of the magician until Moses drop it on the floor. You have to understand. Think about it yourself. Since the time that you have given your life to Christ, you have been going to church. What has been the difference? You know, every year something must happen in my life. Growth is a function of action. So the opposite of action is not inaction, it is death. The 4 lepers said, why are we sitting down here until we die? So you have been sitting down forever. But I prayed you will not be removed from the list of army of God. You know what happened? As they move, God put a noise on their feet. So God will put noise in your feet today if you choose to act. Anywhere you show up, favor will be waiting for you. The people that have said no to you before, now they will be saying yes to you. But you must stand up and do something about it. Verse 6 of 2 Kings chapter 7 says, for the Lord had caused the army of the Syrians to hear the noise of chariots, and the noise is not there. Sometimes when you go and meet the people, say, hey, I want to be your distributor. He said, where is your capital? He said, don't worry, I have capital. The Lord shall supply all my need according to your riches in glory. Give me 10 first. Let me go and show it to people. It's only 10, oh. Take 10, sell it and bring it to them. Give me, return the money, take your profit. God, speak to them again. Go to places. Now that company are afraid, is it time for you to help them out? You can be a major distributor in that product that you are using in your house. The Lord God has caused noise. It is God that causes the noise, not the leg of those lepers. They don't even have the leg because it has been hitting. So think about it. Now imagine if they did not take that step. The noise of great army, the Bible said. You don't know when you show up, God will be dead. Go and speak. Take dangerous steps so you can know that you are serving a big God. I want your help, please. Take dangerous steps so the world can know that you are serving the big God. I've never heard it like that before. Take dangerous steps so the Lord will know you are serving a big God. You see three mysteries I've shown you today. I don't know, maybe you have ever heard it preach like that, or you have ever heard it explained like that, but I come to tell you what you don't do. If you don't do it, your water can never turn to wine. If you don't do it, 5 loaves and 2 fishes can never multiply. And if you don't take those steps, the army of the Syrian can never hear the strange noise, and they will never leave your place. Go and study chapter 6 of 2 Kings. Go and look at what the Syrian did. He said they put a siege. If you understand the word siege, you will never know. In the realm of the spirit, it's the devil that is slowing you down to take those actions. You are postponing it, you are postponing it, you are postponing it until the zeal has gone out of you. So the opposite of action is not inaction, it's simply death. But that will not be your portion. It's getting hot. Let me take a break. And when we come back, we're going to round up. This is Talk to Life. Early Morning Unlimited Inspiration with Rotimi Adedokun. Because of time, let me quickly give us this. Write this down, everybody around the world. If you can type it to me, I would really appreciate it. These are the serious words that I kept. I call it the secret. 1, inaction is action. I want it all, please. Inaction is original action. I've said it before. Doing nothing means nothing. Inaction is your action. Indecision is your decision. I will say it again. Inaction is what? Is your action. Indecision is your decision. If you decide to do nothing, you have chosen to live in a future that is void of result. If you have decided to do nothing, you have decided to live in a world that is void of result. Let me round up this morning with these 3 secrets, 3 areas where you should start acting. 3 areas. Number 1, act on your holiness. Holiness, holiness is what I long for. There is nothing that will profit in your hand for good in this kingdom if you had sinned. 1 Peter chapter 1 verse 16. Be ye holy as your heavenly Father is holy. Hebrews 12:14. Follow peace with all men and with holiness, without which no one will see God. Started, God, help me. I don't want to live in sin again. Help me. Help me. Guide my mouth. Don't let me say verbatim. Guide my step. Don't let me be in the wrong place. Guide my entire body. Don't let, if you don't take action about your life, your holiness, you're actually taking action to go to hell. But that will not be your portion. Number 2, heart to serve God. If they obey and serve me, they will spend their days in prosperity and their years in pleasure. And you know what happened? The way I understand the Bible. If they disobey and don't serve me, they will spend their days what? Complete it. Job 36 verse 11. Exodus 23, 25 to 26. Some people go to church and they cross their leg. They will not lift anything. Even if they want to give offering, they will do their hand like this. Until you understand Hebrews 7, 1 to 7. You will never know it. For you to give offering, you have to do it in reference. Number 3, act to be responsible to yourself and to your family. To yourself and to your family. Number 1, act on your holiness. Number 2, act to serve God. Number 3, act to be responsible to yourself and to your family. Esther chapter 4, verse 4. Esther said, if it takes me to go and perish, I will perish. So act to change your family life. Act to make something different. Daniel said, hey, I'm sent to Babylon not for everybody, but for me, to make something happen for myself. He said, Daniel purposed in his heart not to eat the king rich food. Daniel 1:8. And Nehemiah chapter 1 and chapter 2, Nehemiah decided to go and build the wall. Be responsible. Be the person that will make something happen. Be the person that will make something happen. Be the person that will make something happen. I want you to please, let's take a few minutes break, few seconds break, and we'll be back to round it up. This is Talk to Life. Early morning unlimited inspiration with Rotimi Adedokun. Oh, thank you everybody for staying. What I come to ask you today, I'm not saying you should send it to me. If you send it to me, you can be accountable to me, and we can start talking to ourselves. It's going to be, have you done it? What I want to ask you today, what are you going to do today? What are you going to do today to know that you had? Remember, you are designed for royalty, and you cannot afford to settle for it. I'll see you tomorrow when I see you. Know that you are the best. Talk to Life. So, like I said, what do you want to do today? Do you want to keep postponing things? What do you want to do about your husband? In respecting him, in honoring him. I said it before. If you respect your governor, your president, your councilman, and you come home to disrespect your husband, you are wrong. Never give honor to any man more than your husband. As a matter of fact, you are opening doors for ladies at work. You are helping them. But when you get to your wife, you just treat her anyhow. What are you going to do to keep your family in love? What are you going to do to help your children? What are you going to do today? Today is the day of action. I expect you today to lock yourself in your closet and sit down. Lord, I'm tired of this. This is one thing I want to do. Write it something that you want to do for 7 days, and you see to it. Look for somebody that you can be accountable to. Remember, nothing will happen if you don't happen. I want it all, please. Nothing will happen if you don't happen. We have come to the end of today's teaching, but I want you to know that if you don't do anything, nothing will happen. Like, if you send it to me, for me to help you out to see how we can do things together, sure. Follow me up on Facebook, Rotimi Adedokun. I am Rotimi Ade on Instagram. You can see my face on Instagram. Like I said, one person's on Instagram watching me right now, a good friend. So if you want to see my face, please, it is Rotimi Adedokun, Rotimi space Adedokun, please. So, just let me know what you want. What do you want to do today? Yes, that is my question. What is it that you want to do today? What is it that you want to do today? That is the question. What is it that you want to do today? Remember, action. Action is the key. You know, I'm going to see you tomorrow, same time, same place. But you know that you are designed for royalty and you cannot settle for less. Please remember to do this for me. Can you just tell one person to subscribe to our YouTube channel, NewDawn TV? Tell just one person to follow me on Facebook. Tell one person to follow me on Instagram. If you do that for me, that means you have helped to contribute to my life as I've contributed to yours this morning. Thank you once again. This is Rotimi Adedokun. Talk to Life, early morning, unlimited inspiration. God bless you, and I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Talk to Life.